Gatesy. I can't make it quick, Gatesy. I can't make it quick. Well, not this event anyway. That'll be on my OnlyFans channel. But that's later on tonight, you'll be asleep. You win this as well, Cadell, after riding. I'm going to go to the event. You know what? I don't care what all your knobheads think. I'm riding with my aero, full aero kit. Full aero bike. Yes, I know there's a climb. I know it's the slowest way. But there's method to the madness. It don't matter. I'm not going to be a hole with the group. There will be a group that disappears up the climb. I don't need to be able to drive with them. But what I'm thinking is that A, I can try and save as much energy as possible on the flats. B, if there is a break, I want to be in the break. Get me as far into that climb as possible before all the climbers catch up to me. So if I'm in the break, I want to have the most aero bike, don't I? I don't know, Gatesy. Maybe, depending on who turns up. Got Cadell, but he's had 130 kilometres, which is good. Good work, Cadell. Makes it easier for me. You'll probably still smash me on the climb, but... Well, we'll see how we go, Cadell. I'm not sure if I'm happy to attack, but if there's a little break that goes, and I can get into it. But given you've done 130 kilometres, I'd be sitting in if I was you. But up to you. I'll just keep an eye on things. I'm not really... The GC is not really the thing that I'm doing these races for. It's just to get my name on the telly, isn't it? I've got to get into Discord just in case Pete's riding. Where's Pete? I think Pete's got commitments. Well, I was going to go to Scott with the DT Swissers or a climbing bike. Any of the climbing bikes could do, but I'm going with a full aero felt and disc bike because I'm not going to win the climb. I'll make probably 2 seconds difference on the climb. But if I get into a break, I don't want to be in the break with a climbing bike because I need to get to the climb as fresh as possible. Gatesy rode with the Tron. Worked out brilliantly for you, didn't it, Gatesy? I caught the little bit of your race on the highlights. But yours is always a smash fest. I don't know why you do zone. Do first time slot. You need to call up work and tell them that you're having to work too hard. I saw yesterday's race, I was watching that, and there's what, 7 of you and 6 of you have got steering. I'm glad I'm not in that group. What a bloody mental effort. I saw Jesse talking about trying to break away. I'm guessing it didn't work because he didn't win. How far up the road did they get? This is a group ride, Jesse, until we get to the after party, which is purely voluntary. Oh, where's mine? I missed it. Too late. Everyone stop. Wait a second. Alright, now you can go. I've clearly got far too much talk. Always going out of the pen like it's a Summonats burnout competition. For those that don't know, here in Australia, in Canberra, there's a festival on every summer. All the hoons head there, turn money into noise and smoke. I'm glad I'm on the aero bike at the moment, that's for sure. B's and C's can hang on for this long. It'll settle down on the downhill. Alright. Don't get caught on the split just here. Get the momentum, hit the front of the group. Breakaway. Might as well move to the front. Is that you doing that, Cadell? Alright, recover before the climb. Already dropped an A. What happened to them? Long day for you, Salam. There's Boniface at the back. There's Boniface to the front. Just like Josh is the draft, Katie, you are the chat. Alright, what I'll do, use momentum into this climb. It's so short that I can pretty much make my way through the group all over the top. Just hit the front, hopefully. No, like that strung out. I'll take it easy now. Someone's going to jump in front of me. There we go, it's Tepo. I don't want Tepo in this race, Jesus Christ. You're a beast. Alright, see if someone jumps across. I'll go with them. Telfer's chasing it down. All we need is Telfer in the break. Ease up, Cadell. Comb together. I'm glad not on the climbing bike. All these hills are exactly what I don't want to race Katie to the finish. Look at that. A bit rude. I don't know if Dirty Mitten's going to close this gap. I'll follow Sal. Dirty Mitten's hanging on as a sea rider, but not for much longer, I think. Be gone. Alright, same thing here. Momentum through the group. Save the power. So much of a hill though. Every bit counts. Tepo's got steering too, so it's no use breaking away with him unless there's more than me. Very stop-start this pace. I think Tepo ups the pace and drops it, ups the pace and drops it. Is it chilling out? You sure, Cadell? Another attack coming, surely. So this is the thing, if I went with a climbing bike, it's been pretty hard so far. I'm not fully recovered. So I can get a bit more recovery with the aero bike when I hit the climb. Being on a slightly slower bike, but slightly more power, should even it out. Could be very heavy, Fabian, very heavy. Been flat. Very draftable. Plus they could be just absolutely hanging on by grim death. Could tell. I only get lots of down votes now, aren't I? Got to keep it just us knobheads. If everyone in the race watches me, I have to be nice to everyone. Like what? No way, no. No way. Well, gravel definitely, but it's not worth it. You only gain at the most probably 2 seconds, and then if you bike swap, you got to hope that someone's stronger than you to pull you on the flat, which is unlikely if you bike swap. So, like doing a Pogacar in the Tour de France, waste of time. What is wasting my time is this. What? Drop it down. Still going quite fast for Pack Dynamics 4.1. 45 k's an hour on the flat. There's someone at the front. What are they doing? Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through. Excuse me. There's none on the front anymore. It's just going to be me. Flog the Sea Rider. Should type, we are going to flog them, hopefully. Here they come. A little gap, isn't there? Yep. People are starting to blow up. Usually happens after 12 to 15 minutes. If you're going to blow up, that's when you blow up. Not till there's a climb. You done that before, Gatesy? Hey, Josh. I think Katie's in this race. I can't check. She said she was riding with Dorothy though or something. I think she was a D-bot. You're doing a ride at 4 AM again, Josh. Yeah, she's with a pace partner, she says, to give full attention to the knobhead chat. I'm keeping an eye on Boniface. So when he disappears up the road, I can say that's when he disappeared up the road. It's gone quite hard. I've got 200 watts draft here. We're doing 4.2. Someone's off the road. Up the road, who's it? Boniface. because they're coming back, so it's not blind face. Cadell. Go Cadell. You got this, Cadell. Could try and come across to you, Cadell, here. You're getting closed in now, aren't you? No point now. Oh, all right. See if I can bring some rise with me down this little hill. Not very good timing, was it? Basically screwed you over. Who's getting the beers, Jesse? Is that Teppo or is it Josh? Or is it Boniface? Should be in the signature flag schemato. Oh, don't get gapped. That's the all riders giving it the beans. There's John, I think he's going to get dropped though. Come on, John. That's it, John. Does Chasing have their own jersey? Or is it one of the in-game kits? Alright, I think it's time to move up. It's looking like it's breaking up back here. Got a good group coming over. they can come across. The pack doesn't try to close them. Should get away. Got Telfer with us. Good. Come on guys, close that gap. Need to break the draft of the group chasing. There's too many holes filled. It's like a night at the palace. Yeah, but did the break form on the climb now? All right, last chance to stretch. Stretch the group. I still get a rest before the climb. Turn right here, don't we? Alright. I was hoping to get a super tuck if we didn't. But did not get a super tuck. It's alright. No one's chasing anyway. Yeah, Greg chased, me raced, and he chased. Onto tuggers. There we go. Chat's getting cranky now. Hopefully you're madly typing and pedaling too hard. Tempo. Just chill out, guys. Why I get so angry? Yeah, if they're typing, they might not be watching. Good content for me, isn't it? Watching them all get angry at each other, except for Tempo. Oh, we've got Z-Power riders. I'm surprised there's no chat in chasing Discord about the races allowing Z-Power riders in. Alright, let's go. Gonna ease up, give him a bit of draft here. Oh, the group's coming with speed. Oh, we dropped an A-rider. Here's that. Tepo? Surely not. What's he doing? Where are we? Oh, didn't think it was Tepo. There you go, Jesse. Boniface is not talking about me. He says clowns, not knobheads. But Cadell, I wish you good luck on the climb. It's all on you. Okay, that's it. I'm recovering for the rest of the ride. Ah, there's Sorensen, who anyone watching the race yesterday, I left him high and dry. I was a bit confused at the end of the race. He was talking about getting gapped. I thought he was talking about the descent on the first comp. He was talking about the second time when I was behind him. I was like, Sorensen's strong. He'll bring us back to that group. And he was hoping I'd punch it past him to draft. And I did, but I basically sprinted to the group up ahead. And the gap was too big. If you're listening, you need to do a super tuck on that descent, Sorensen, rather than, I think you're doing 6 watts a kilo. Just hit super tuck, recover, and then punch it into that next hill. Cool. Trump won. Stop the steal. And the world is flat. Everyone knows that. Don't lie. Stop making stuff up. I'm on to you. Rest, rest, rest. I wonder if I can not pedal here. It's not very steep though. No, I feel like I'm going backwards. Still is just behind me, but he's a B. Is he going to crack? Or can I rely on him? No heart rate. No. Actually, what's his watt balance? No. Well, he's got back to the group anyway. It's all redundant information. It's a lot different when the group's really small. I don't have to worry about trying to get momentum. I can just sit here. Group's doing 5, I'm doing 4. It's spreading out though. So you're doing 5. They're going to ease again. So it's this way you have to chase down, Jesse. Sounds like there's an attack going. I like the downhill momentum. Bring me through the group. It's just me. Cadell. There's no Roy. Should be Pete, but he slipped me down. It reminds me that I can take these out and breathe through my ears. That's right, Cadell. There's not much to talk about, is there? We're getting to the bottom of the climb. But I'll wave you goodbye. What did Marco say? Yeah, but a steamboat's got a lot of torque. Is it torque? I think it's torque. This is what I'm like walking to the shops, Marco. It's funny when I edit my videos outdoors. I'm like, fucking hell, am I fit? Listen to all those puffing. Wait till I get to the climb, Marco. Hope your wife's not watching. Or listening, probably. Kind of sounded like I was implying that your wife was watching. I hope your wife's not listening to what you just heard. Probably could have not pedalled there. It's disappointing, Thomas. Trust me. Yeah, I am, because there's a climb coming up, Cadell. There's a guy at the front. Let's just join them. Hope that the group rumbles a bit. Give it a little bit of a draft. There we go. Cadell, you coming over? It's not going to break away, but it's hopefully going to break a few riders off. Lost an eye at the back. It's always good. All right. Yeah, he's the other one on Z power, is he? All right, who have we lost? They're coming back though. I am. Because the problem is, if they've got B-riders in the group, I get embarrassed if I get beaten by him, Thomas. I'm an A. Can't get beaten by Bs. It's not on. I was, Jesse. I was just saying in the chat, Thomas, that looking back, I think you needed to super tuck on that bit where I was sitting behind you, rather than trying to push power. You would have saved all your energy and not got. You might have even caught the group in the super tuck compared to trying to chase them down. So try that next time. At the very worst, you lose a second or more, but you saved all the energy. You're not pedaling. You got to do like 6 watts per kilo to be faster than the super tuck. And you would have got it if you lost a draft, which you did. Yep, easily enough, Thomas. And once you lose a draft, you can get super tuck. Always hard to do though, when you're on your limit and you're watching the pack roll away. A bit like now actually. I'm not quite steep enough to super tuck there. Maybe it's right there. There's another attack. Is that Boniface off to the left? Yeah. Jump on my wheel, Boniface. I'll take you to the line, to the bridge. You can flag them if you want, Shane. All right, here we go. This is where all my wheel sucking and torque go out the window and I get smashed up the climb. See if I super tuck. No. testing to see if I can get a super tuck there just for the hell of it. Can't screw myself over, it's alright. Why is there an attack? Is that me? On my source it shows attack. I was testing to see if I get a super tuck on that little descent by dropping, but I dropped myself. Hold the group up. I'll try Marco, but they weren't going for it. That's sitting easy before the climb. Try Marco. These people do not respect my authority. Oh, damn it. Where'd you come from? Everyone's going to chase. I can't. Cheers, guys. Had to dig so deep there. Get that draft. It's not awesome, Katie. I hate it. Got a bee after me too. No, Josh. I don't. Cadell, what are you doing? Go, go, go. Away from me. Let me die, Cadell. Ah. 1 minute 16. What the hell's that? Cheers. Cheers, Cadell. Played out exactly as I thought. I'd get smashed on the climb. I made a mistake on the staircase, but I was trying to see how far back you can get and get the draft on that staircase. I got back on, burned the match. But with Pack Dynamics 4.1, it's easy to get back in because the pack doesn't roll through on those stairs like they normally would. What I think is it's easy to get back in with Pack Dynamics 4.1, so be less afraid to be at the back and push back in, because if you're at the front, that's what you're doing. You're essentially being at the back and closing the gap. So if you're off the front, on the front all the time, don't be afraid of being at the back. Yeah, Cadell. Have a good day, Jesse. Who are you going for in the F1? I'm guessing Verstappen. I beat the B rider. I dug deep, trying to get the draft as long as possible. Then when I tried to get the draft of the Z Power rider, as I went past, I dug too deep. It's so hard to recover from there. It was so annoying when that Togaz rider must have had an internet connection problem. I saw they were dropping off the back and then all of a sudden they got dropped back in front of the group and everyone accelerated onto their wheel. Ah, stop it. Did you take slow motion footage there, Peter? Get the phone out, look at the phone as they whiz past for 2 seconds. That's the problem with a tour race, isn't it? If it's a one lap or point to point, you see them once. You don't even know who you see because they go so damn fast on the flat. You can see the appeal of everyone standing for days in the mountains so they can get drunk, fall on their face as the riders go past. At least with a multi-lap crit race or something. I've seen them a couple of times when they're doing the Aussie Tour series, doing crit laps around Abbott Park for some of the warm-up, one of their warm-up events. It's always like 1,000,000 degrees. They haven't arrived yet, Gunner. Did you do your ride again today, Gunner, to confirm? Alright, let's have a review of the finishing positions. Can't really remember who got what. Tell forgot me this time. Don't know who that is. One of the Japanese riders maybe? They can't. ZWIFT can't read the characters. 5.1. That doesn't include the last climb. This is one of the few times where I look at my watts per kilo and it means nothing because I got flogged by a minute 16. Delphi did 3.9. Wasn't that? Oh no, I was quite far behind him then, wasn't I? Not even the same postcode. Goodell, where were you before you eased up? I was like, don't come back to draft me. Jesus, I'm gonna die. Got to turn the fan back on. I was using the aero bike, so probably cost me 2 more seconds. That's why I haven't ever asked about which bike they're going to use. On a climb, it doesn't make a difference for me. I've got too much of a disadvantage. I was with the front four as long as I could as well. Good job. Is that proper London or is that no proper London? Maybe I should go. No, there's a bit of a hill, isn't there? If you go towards Box Hill and go over the top. I don't really want to go up the stairs though. Cheers, Cadell. See you on Tuesday night, maybe. I'll just go to the bottom of the stairs. I ain't going up those. What's tonight's welter stage? I didn't watch last night's one. I played Mahjong. Have you been on school holidays, Katie? If anyone doesn't know, Katie's been repeated school for many years, that's why she still goes. She still hasn't got through year 12. Is that what you call college? You call it year 12 then university, which is what Americans call college. We call year 11 and 12 college. It's all very confusing. You're heading towards Katie's direction. 6 weeks off, Katie. You need to look at Google Maps to work out how to get there. You guys got, is that summer holidays, is it? It's all very weird. We don't have, well, we obviously have summer holidays, but it's in our summer. Is that why Scott, Carl and David always been going off places? Same with Peter. You all had your summer holidays. Yeah, Thomas, I think the difference, you get a draft, but it's such a small amount of draft on the climb. And the difference between the Tron and a climbing bike is only a few seconds. I know GC seconds makes a difference. So climbing bike's good, but at the same time, if you're buggered before you get to the climb, then you're losing not just seconds, you're losing dozens of seconds. If I was fully into the GC and worried about every second, I probably would have got a climbing bike and just sat in the pack as easy as possible. I don't even know where the site is to look at the GC. Don't know where I am. I thought I was going to stop before I got to the climb, but I forgot. Gatesy went with the Tron. I think if you're strong enough to get to the climb without being a little bit knackered, go for the climbing bike. But if you need a little bit of freshness before you get to the climb, then aero bike's the way to go. I still had, apart from mucking up, going back the other way, losing the group and having to put a little bit of dig in, I still wasn't fully recovered by the time we got to the climb, even with the aero bike. guy that won did 5 watts per kilo. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Athos, so no, it's really terribly slow unless you're doing. It's got terrible aerodynamics. Let's go with the Scott RC because the Scott RC is so much faster on the flat. The Athos only just beats the Scott RC up the Alp, and that's really steep compared to the most of Keith. Level 31, what's the Scott RC? Basically Scott or the Aero Road. I think the Scott and the Aero Road are pretty similar. Unless ZWIFT are going to change it all and ZWIFT Insider hasn't tested. I haven't bothered testing bikes for ages. I did test quite a lot just for my own peace of mind, just to see if there was what the gains would be had. Tested kit, tested hair. Hairstyle makes no difference, hat makes no difference, helmets makes no difference. I don't think I tested gloves, but after testing hair it made no difference. I didn't bother testing anymore. Reason why I like Aero. Yeah, Tron's always the answer to the question. It's as if you want something other than Tron. But the problem is, unless it's something like the Alp or Ventop, you've got a lot of flat before it. I don't know, is it the fastest up Keith Hill though? I don't know if they're... I've done testing with it before and it's really bad, even at 5%, it's really slow. So I'm not sure now. It makes no difference really. It's only going to be like really slow relatively. It's probably got like 1 second slower. But it's so slow on the flats. I know that I saw that you're struggling on the flats. You're saying on the back pedal chat, which is why I'm always hesitant to go with it, because it is a brick on the flats. And considering that you spend a lot more time on the flat than you do on the hill, I know you're not going flat chat on the flats, but you've got to constantly cover attacks. And the thing is, on Keith, is you go down a couple of little descents and you gain momentum up into the next climb. And you'll be amazed how much time the aero bikes make up on climbing bikes on those sections. As I said though, I stopped testing because the reality was that you're looking at 3 or 4 bike lengths, maybe. So obviously, you don't want to give up. You don't want to race a course 3 or 4 bike lengths longer than everyone else. But if you get to the bottom of the climb a little bit more stuffed than if you'd used an aero bike, then that 3 or 4 lengths is just insignificant. With an aero bike, you can push into the hill from the back of the group and gain about 30 bike lengths. And there's the difference between the climbing bike and the aero bike right there. I think I've ever U-turned on this part of the course. Do you cross the line? What happens? Oh yeah, you do cross the line. I never go the Alpinist too, so I always go DT Swiss 7.8 or DT Swiss. I never go the Alpinists. They are crap. They look crap too. Style over substance every time, Miles. Every time. I bet if you rode with a slightly more aero bike and, well, I mean, if you rode with a slightly less aero bike and the Alpinist, you'd feel the difference, I'm sure. They're so slow. You'd be better off riding the safety bike with disc wheels compared to riding with Alpinists. But the thing is, put you on a disc wheel bike, Felt or S-Works, Venge, and you'd absolutely smash the rest of us up the climb anyway, nah. Yeah, but lightweight aero. So the aero road or the Scott RC. Never go full aero unless it's, I mean, never go full climbing unless it's Ventop or Alp. And the other thing is, as you saw, when I saw that your race, you got out-sprinted at the end because that little flat section. That's the other thing too. Oh, it's Thomas that said that. Yeah, Thomas. So, always go with, never go full aero, meaning full, never go full lightweight. Because Niall was posting in Backpedal that he made the mistake of trying to just easing up a touch to try and out sprint the guy in second. Well, the guy for second, but then you're on the flat. So you do need something slightly aero for that sprint at the end. Yeah, no, so that's, well, yeah, it is decided on the climb because the people behind you they'd never sprinted with you. Oh, did I go left there? Oh, good. So you did smash them on the climb. Yeah, Katie, that's why I never ride full aero. I mean, I can't stop saying it. I always ride full aero. That's why I never ride full climbing bike, because I never do on those events. But for someone like you, Niall, who was actually racing for the wins, you got to consider that last 300 or 400 meters very often flattens out before the top of the events. Like even the New York Com, that flattens out. Half a bike length can be a difference. So it's not black and white at all. That's why I stopped testing, because it friggin' just shut up and pedal. That's what I'm saying. Shut up and pedal. I've accidentally raced with the steel bike before, and honestly, it's not until the end of the race that I realise sometimes. And I've actually won with the steel bike and aero wheels. Also got beaten a lot, but why does the bike lane have people written on it? Is that what it's like in London? Does it mean people are crossing the zebra crossing up ahead, watch out for pedestrians, or does it mean people are running in the bike lane? What does it mean? Is it just a ZWIFT thing? Maybe it's a ZWIFT thing where the runners are running on that section, if there's ever runners in this world. That's the point actually, eh? Can runners use London? I don't remember ever seeing a runner in London. I've never been overtaken by a runner going up Keith Hill. Mind you, I never go up Keith Hill on just a free ride. Yeah, just go with the Tron. If you're ever wondering, just go Tron. The problem with the beginning of Keith is it's really drafty. So if you can stay with the group, the front group, just before they get to that little flat section where you can pull away from the rest of the bees, you can make up a lot of time. But it's not super steep. And then once you get over that climbing bit, you're going to be on the flats and you want to try and recover as much as possible. So then you've got your situation, Thomas, which is even more complicated because you want to be able to get over that first section, then recover as much as possible on the flat in the wheels before you then take on the rest of the climb where they're going to ride away from you. Yeah, when are we using the pens at the top of the Alp now? It'd be good to have a race from the pens at the top of the Alp. We'd have to go, surely we go left at the jungle. Left at the jungle, straight down, over reverse Hillycombe into the beachfront finish. We'll never have a, I think the hand cycle events might have been given the flick because there is a little bit of a issue with everyone riding hand cycles for fun when some people have to ride them because they've got mobility issues. Yeah, very fair, Thomas. That's pretty much everyone except for someone like Niall. Everyone else is just hanging on until they get dropped. Yeah, and then just get as far away from everyone as possible. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to stay in the group as long as possible so I could get away from that Z-Power rider. Hopefully catch the Z-Power, well, the Z-Power rider, not catch me until the end so they can drag me to the line. I didn't get far enough ahead. Whoa, Siddiq, it's doing a tough workout. So what balance? 8.3. Oh, they're back to yellow. Don't know what my watt balance was on that climb. All I remember is seeing it was in the minus for sure. Alright, I gotta go. I've gotta go. Good luck later on, Thomas. Interesting what time you get. I always do rubbish on those sort of sustained climbs. It's definitely not my forte. Why did I start pedaling? I'm supposed to be stopping. Alright, now And everyone else, Thomas, else good night. I'm going to go and see what's happening in the Welter after I've got Whitney watching Upper Middle Bogans. She's just discovered it recently. Don't think the Aussies did still up, but the English might not, because I think BBC might have shown Upper Middle Bogans. Upper middle class Bogans, or is it Upper Middle Bogans? Anyway, Whitney's just discovered it. Catch you all later. Mute everything so you can actually hear the downtown song.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.